we're going to break down the best, most effective, and simplest defense for you. If you guys are out there struggling to get stops, defense is hard, okay? I know that. We're going to help you guys go 10-0 in those events so you can get that Donald Parham, sell him off, and make your coins. We went 10-0 twice in this event, and people were asking, what is your defense? How are you getting stops right now? We're going to show you guys. We're going to break it down step by step. We're going to show you all the players that we use. We're going to show you all the abilities we use so you guys can get those 10-0s as well. So with all that being said, boys, lock in. Let's get into the video. Okie dokie, fellas. So we are in the Minnesota Vikings defensive playbook. Now, you don't necessarily have to be in the Minnesota Vikings defensive playbook. You just need to have nickel. You need to have 3-3 single mug, boys. That is the formation. 3-3 single mug out of nickel. And the play we run is cover 3 buzz match, right? And that is going to be X for me, or it will be square on PlayStation, fellas. But before we get onto the field, we have to show you guys the coaching adjustments, all right? So coaching adjustments, auto flip, turn that off. Cornerback matchup can stay on balance. Defensive motion response, disable that. And then I like to run my option read key on conservative, option pitch key on conservative, RPO read key on conservative, RPO pass key on conservative. Now, some people like to run their option pitch key on aggressive and focus on the running back. I find more success actually going straight for the quarterback. People make a lot of mistakes. It's not often I run into people running option pitch plays and stuff, so it's not that big of a deal, but I do run these all on conservative. Next up, fellas, is going to be your zone drops. Now, personally, for me, I like to start out in 10-yard zone drops. My hard flats on 10, my hooks on 10 as well. Now, this will change throughout the game, all right? So, for instance, if they're trying to hit corner routes on you and you need to get that covered, I like to put my zone drops, my flats, on like 20 yards to cover corner routes, all right? But also, if they like to run a post over the middle, you'll have to put your hooks on 20 yards. That will be adjustments you have to make based off of your opponent. And then the final steps, fellas. Safety depth on close, safety width on pinch. So with all that being said, fellas, let's get out onto the field. Alrighty, fellas. So here we are on the field. This is what the play is going to look like, okay? Now, we're going to make some slight adjustments. We're going to show you that. Okay, so first things first, I want to talk about abilities, boys. All right, we're going to start with the most essential abilities on the field, and that is your defensive line. This entire defense is predicated off of getting organic pass rush, and double or nothings do that. As you can see, I have 4 defensive linemen that are going to be rushing the ball with a sub linebacker mugging that center. Now, that sub linebacker is going to drop back into coverage. The abilities on the defensive line, you need 4 double or nothings. 4 Dons, boys. Za'Darius has Don. Devontae Wyatt has Don. Now, I do have Stonewall and Don on Reggie. Stonewall's not necessary. I just had an extra ability point, and we threw it on him. And then Will Anderson also has double or nothing, fellas, okay? That is critical for this defense. You're going to create organic pressure, get much faster block sheds, and get to that quarterback. This is going to help this defense so much. Now, let's talk about the outside corners. As you can see, my outside corners are on deep thirds, fellas, all right? Deep thirds, I love to have deep out zone KO and mid zone on both of my corners on the outside there. Now, I've seen some people complaining about mid zone and deep zone not working that well. It's been fantastic for me. It's been a absolute blessing. From what I was used to playing to what the game is playing like now for me, we're getting knockouts. We're getting faster reactions to the ball, okay? Literally yesterday, comeback routes, fellas, are amazing in this game. Trayvon Diggs with medium route KO actually played the ball and got an interception on a comeback route. On a deep third, played a comeback route and got an interception. I've never seen that in this game yet till then. Fantastic. Next thing, all right, you see your inside safety there, which is actually Deion Sanders for me, that deep zone, that deep third, okay? Right now, because it's Deion Sanders, I'm running deep zone KO. I pay 4 AP for this, all right? Now, this will change once we get Taylor Mays out of the field pass, boys. I will be running deep in zone KO and mid zone KO, okay? I want that on my safety that's going to be playing that deep third. Now, this will change a little bit because we will have to use this guy occasionally. You will see once we get into it. And then right now, I don't have anything on Ted Hendricks, okay, unfortunately. Once I can get another sub linebacker that gets a 0 AP ability, you better believe that guy will have mid-zone as well. But my defense is running great, and we don't even have that yet. So once we get that, it will get even better. Now, let's show you guys the adjustments and how this play actually works, all right? There's only one adjustment. You press Y or you press triangle on PlayStation and down on the right stick, and now you have hard flats. Okay, the reason I like to do that is because if you just run the play normal, like this, right, with seam flats out here, that has match. Okay, this is match coverage. Now, match coverage is good for some instances. Personally, I like to switch stick around, and if you have match coverage, your guys are going to be all over the place. If you put the hard flats out here, match coverage comes off, fellas. They come off, and then you know where your zones are. So I know where I'm switch sticking to, okay? for instance, if I know they're going to try and hit a corner route, I can just switch stick down to like Herb Adderley over here, switch stick down to him, and I can guard that corner route. Now, with that being said, let's get into the play. I actually user the free safety. See, Jesse Bates here is the free safety, okay? This is who I'm going to user, all right? Now, your initial job is basically to read this seam. This entire area is wide open, can get hit very easily, fellas, all right? So my job initially is just to read basically sometimes this slot receiver and see what are they going to run, okay? And there you go. Yes, you're open underneath a little bit. Let them try and nickel dime you all the way down the field. Eventually, they're going to make a mistake, all right? Eventually, they'll make a mistake, or you can switch stick down to that and go cut that route off. So let's run it again. Wire triangle, down on the right stick, and then you will have those hard flats out there. Now let's go ahead and run the play again. Switch stick down. There we go. Okay, he broke the tackle, but you're talking about like a 5-yard gain there, okay? At most. And you'll be able to bite on that sometimes too. Now that we kind of like, okay, this guy likes to hit the underneath from that slot position, let's bite on it. Bite down on it, take that away. He has to run. All right. Now, unfortunately, this is against the computer, right? In practice mode, so they play a little bit tougher. But let's get it going again. And then the other thing I like to do sometimes, right? Now that I know, okay, he's probably not going to hit me with the streak, it's still my responsibility. Okay, make sure that streak's not coming. Because if you do this, sometimes they will put a streak. Right here, I will actually mug here because it's going to set up a blitz later down the line. There you go. A little 2-yard game. You can cover that. Initially, you just want to do run back and cover that seam route, okay? Let's run it one more time. I like to mug this, and we'll show you why. And there you go. Only going to give up that underneath, couple yard gains. They'll probably will try to continue to hit you all the way down the field. If they're actually good, they won't force anything, and they'll keep taking what's given, but eventually you'll be able to bite on something, right? Oh, he's cutting across, guarded. Then all you have is that hard flat. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, boys, okay? That right there is all you really have to do, okay? Now, I'm going to show you against a couple different formations and some situations. We're going to go against a bunch of X Nasty next. All right, boys, so as you can see here, look at the defense. It looks all jumbled up. It's all messed up. We have 2 slot corners now over there guarding that bunch. So this is one of those instances where you will have to flip your defense. I prefer to flip my defense on these because I want it to look like this, okay? I want it nice and even so I know where my zones are. First thing is you make your adjustments, okay? Put the hard flats out there. Now, if you know they want to hit a table route from the running back or a flat over here, see how Nick Bolton's a little bit too far inside? It looks like he's basically manned up against that running back. I will like to bring him out once in a while, just so it kind of looks like he's manned up with Thornton there. And then you're no longer going to be using Jesse Bates. You're going to be using this hook curl, which is Deion Sanders, okay? For me, it's Deion Sanders. Now, I will typically bring him down in the box again. I like to mug and then just read the defense. My initial job is to go guard that seam, nothing there. And see, because we moved Nick Bolton out there, he's already in the flat to stop that flat route. So fantastic. Again, flip the defense because I like to have it nice and even, and I like to know where I'm switch sticking to. Bring Nick Bolton out sometimes. You don't always have to, but if you know they really like to take that flat, bring them out just a hair, and then you can literally just stay right here if you want to. And your job is just read that seam. Okay, nothing. Cuts down. Now, quick hit. Okay, it was a quick hit. It is what it is. That right there is it, right? You're going to go against a lot of bunch X Nasty. Just want to show you that because you do need to flip this, bring it down, and a little help is sometimes bringing out this slot here. Bring them out just a hair, and then this is your job. Take that seam away, read it. There you go. Shallow little gain. All right, fellas. Now, I want to show you guys against trips tight end. Trips tight end can get really tricky. This is where I end up having the hardest time, okay? Because there's a couple things people can set up. If they're really good, they'll know how to beat you a little bit. The one adjustment I like to do is I like to actually man up this slot receiver here, which is Cooper Kupp right now. Man it up, man the slot on slot, and then manually put your hard flat over here, okay? Now, how do you do this? To man up the slot wide receiver, double tap Y or triangle, and then the icon will be indicated. For me, it's Y. So you press Y, and then you press up on the right stick to get man coverage, and then you select who do you want to man up, and I like to man up that slot sometimes. So you press Y there. And then to get your other technical slot cornerback, which is actually your sub linebacker, hit right on the D-pad twice. Icons will come up. For me, it is A, and then right on the right stick will put him in his hard flat. And now you're here again, right? You're usering. So there's a couple ways people like to attack you with this, right? There's a really good run out of trips tight end going against single bunk. You need to shoot gaps. So initial read, again, is that streak from number 85, which is Chad Johnson, okay? That streak you want to watch, but if they hit you with a run, you need to be able to shoot gaps. And this is a really good defense to shoot out of gaps. Right now, we're going to open against verticals, okay? Verticals. People will love to run verticals. Your job is to read that vertical, okay? There we go. Easy coverage. Get to the quarterback. Force a fumble. W, right? It's really good defense. You get really good organic pressure. That is one adjustment. Now, sometimes what they'll do is they'll actually take their tight end, instead of putting them on that corner route, they will put them on a flat route. Your job then, right, you're going to do the same thing. Double tap Y, press the icon indicated who you want to man up on the right stick, press Y again or triangle, and then you're going to be manning that up. Right on the D-pad twice. Press A for me, right on the right stick, we'll put that hard flat. Now, I can't make adjustments for the offense, but occasionally what will happen is they will put that tight end on a flat route. Now, your flat over there is completely wide open. Your job is to see that, okay? Initially, guard this, and then once they start biting down, you'll have to do that. But Deion's there to guard that for you, right? So if you're worried about that, I just wanted to show you, if you're worried about that post there getting wide open, your safety with mid-zone, hopefully mid-zone, but for now, at least deep in-zone KO, will be there to play that and knock that out. Your job, if you see somebody coming across the line of scrimmage, is to go guard that flat. Okay, we'll show you one more time and make sure it gets played. So, again, double tap Y. Y for me, up on the right stick. Y again to man that up. Double tap right on the D-pad. A for me, right on the right stick to hard flat. So initially, I'll cover this. Oh, somebody's coming across. Now, that time he held on to it, okay? Now, that's a very quick read. They're not going to be able to make that read, I promise you. All right, so let's show you again. Double tap Y or triangle. Press the icon that you want. And then up on the right stick to man up. Press the icon that's indicated. For me, it's Y. And then double tap right on the D-pad. A is the icon for me. Right on the right stick to hard flat. And then come down here so in case you have to shoot a gap in case they run the ball. And initially, you're going to guard this. And then if they have something coming across, you bite down. Okay? You bite down. So that, fellas, right there is the basics of the defense. All right? That's all I'm going to show you for now. We do have a blitz set up out of this as well. Stay tapped in, fellas, so you can see that coming next. Alrighty, boys, so there you have it. In my opinion, that is the best and easiest defense to run right now. You get really good sheds with those double or nothings, and you have great coverage out there on the field, okay? You just have to guard those seams, switch stick around, and you will be able to switch stick better. You'll figure it out, fellas. Trust me. We had a lot of people ask me, how did I go 10-0 in the event twice? What am I doing on defense to get stops? My defense is much better with abilities now, especially. So we were showing these people. They liked it. They were actually having some success with it. So we decided to throw it out there for you guys. Now, make sure you're tapped in because we do have a blitz out of this as well that we'd like to mix in. We showed you guys how we like to bring our user down to the defensive line and mug the gaps a little bit and show you, because that's going to set up a blitz later down the line. So if you found this video useful, you found it insightful, please do smash the like button, subscribe down below, and be on the lookout for that blitz video, fellas. We'll catch you on the flipping spot. Peace.
For more